I hit go live. Oh, it says we're live. Truly. Oh, it says we're live.
Yeah, it does say we're live.
Truly, I don't know if anyone will be here.
I don't know, and it's totally fine.
Selkie's here. Hello, Selkie.
Silky's here?
Oh, I got a message on StreamYard that says yes.
Oh, I have to go to comments. Okay, so private chat's probably for you and me. Weirdly. Okay, I think I got it. Hi, Selkie.
Oh, and Jackie. And Jen, Science to Soul. And there's Elle.
It is very late in Britain.
23 p.m. I don't know military time.
It's 11.
How do you know that?
You take 24 hours a day and subtract 1. So 12 p.m. subtract 1 is 11 p.m.
I think you just exploded my brain.
See, Jackie agrees.
I don't get it. I don't understand how. Because if you subtract 23 from 24, then it's 1.
Yes. So it's 1 hour difference. So you take 12 p.m. and subtract 1, it becomes 11 p.m. Because 24 in the 24-hour clock is the same as 12 p.m.
So really, I need to take the 23 and subtract 12.
No, but if you want to do it that way, I'm sure it'll be fine.
That doesn't work out?
I don't think it does.
Oh, well. I was never really good at math.
No, wait. If you take 23 and subtract 12, you get 11. So yeah, that should actually be fine.
I mean, it just won't tell you, like, PM or AM, I guess. But
basically...
I don't know. I don't really have a reason to use it. I think Disney World uses the 24-hour clock, though. Not that that's pertinent to me at all, but...
I don't know. Ella's apparently dying that neither of us can do British time.
Why is it British time? What kind of stupid shit is that? Everyone in Britain?
For us.
Everyone in Britain does that? But does everybody in Britain do the 24-hour clock?
I think most of them do.
Why?
Because they're smarter than us. It eliminates having to say AM, PM. That's why the military does it. Efficiency.
It does not take that much time to say AM or PM.
I mean, no, but it helps with potential miscommunication.
Well, all right. So, I guess I should explain why we're randomly live.
Yeah.
We're in Becca's chat. And...
Wait, you just got the dropsies.
Yeah, it was my spoon for my tea.
Aww.
Guess I'm not stirring that up. Anyway, we were in Becca's live, and I think it was Anna, Astro Lady Tarot, was like, hey, who's going live next? And then I tried to bully Elle into doing it. She wouldn't. Honestly, Elle, you at least had, like, legitimate reason to, like, not necessarily be, like, fully on board, because you have, like, lesson plans and all the things we just talked about that you need to be doing. Elle's excuse was that she was just chilling in bed.
Yep. I have, like, real person job stuff to do tomorrow that I am unprepared to do. But I'll think my way through it like I always do.
It's 2020. No one's going to care.
Legitimately, I'm pretty sure I could show up in a bra and a G-string, and I'd still have my job the next day. So I wouldn't.
Jackie says she loves your witch balls behind you.
Ah, I like them an awful lot. Thank you so much.
Ooh, and I have one. That's right here. I was too nervous to hang it. It came from you, but I was too nervous to hang it because it's kind of heavy and I don't.
Oh, they do just fine.
I'm just nervous about it.
Like, short of playing, pinata with them, they're not going to fall down.
That's what I was nervous about, that it would fall. So for the time being, I have it just upside down, sitting in, like, nestled in a little jar. So it just sits there.
You may hear my neighbors pounding on something. I don't know what it is, but they've been hammering randomly for the last 2-3 days, and they just started now. So
My neighbors also are doing some kind of construction and have been cutting wood all day, and it sounds like someone is like screeching. Like it's so squeaky.
that's not good.
Oh, Sarah's here, Water Child Tarot. Very excited for her card cleaning video that I just saw is up.
Yes, I never would have thought to clean cards like that. It sounds really cool. These little witch balls back here are supposed to be like some sort of like amulet against bad juju, more or less. They're colored glass and they've got little strands inside them, and evil spirits are supposed to be very fascinated by the colored glass, and they get trapped in all the strings and blah 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 blah. I have a million because I live in a really really crappy area of my town, and the better juju I have. So yeah, that makes sense. People get robbed around here all the time. At one point in time, I saw someone get stabbed in front of my house. It's great. I didn't mean to shock you.
I didn't. I just have heard lots of stories of
You
your
have
house, but I have not heard anything about a stabbing. I don't think.
a couple years ago, so this would have not when school let out this last year, like it ever let out because of Corona, but the year before, the first day that the big school system in the area let out, some high school kids were across the street from my place, and they got into a fight, and one kid got stabbed. Yeah,
God.
I know.
And you had that cat that you should have kept.
Yes, the ceiling cat. It fell through my ceiling. I probably should have kept it, but I'm sure it's having a
I
great
still think you should have a cat. I still think you need a cat.
Yeah, I go back and forth on it periodically. I would need to figure out where to put a litter box. If I can sort that out, I'll get a cat.
Please, please. I know you could find a place.
I've got all the furniture in this place Jenga'd in pretty well. I'm not too sure I could fit one more thing in here.
Stick it in the bathroom.
My bathroom literally has no space.
Yeah.
I am surprised I was able to fit a sink, a toilet, and a tub in there.
Oh, Milk Carton wants to know how the moon has babies.
I love the story about your name.
Was that the lead-in for me to tell it?
Yes, it was. Well spotted.
Also, Hen wants to know if a cat fell through your ceiling.
Yes,
But
the cat did fall through my ceiling. The short version of that is a couple of years ago. It got to about like -20 for a few days in my area of the country. And I live in a townhouse. The unit next door to me is empty, and it's been empty the entire time I've lived here, and it's been renovated. And they've got all the walls taken down. A pane of glass fell out in one of the windows of the unit next door. A cat got in, and it got like trapped in the space between my bathroom floor and my kitchen ceiling, and it fell through the ceiling. And I have pictures.
It was a very cute cat, and you should have kept it.
It was very cute.
That was my takeaway. Oh, and now, I guess before I tell you about my name, let's talk about Daniel Harrison wants to know if you would adopt a rabbit oyster instead of a ceiling cat.
I'm not sure what he means by that, but honestly, I do kind of prefer fish and sea creatures. I have a few aquariums, so yeah, I probably actually would.
Just imagining with like a tiny little oyster.
It'd be very easy to take care of.
So the short story about my name is that a woman that I worked with used to call like people who griped or complained, or really anyone that didn't just do exactly what they were asked to do, a moon baby, because she said they were just emotional and like she used it like a negative thing. But I thought it was cool, so then I just stole it. And I used it as the name for my little side hustle of baking cakes. And then when I started a YouTube channel, I was just like, oh, well, it fits. And so then I just kept it.
Yeah, I'm getting distracted by this Daniel Harrison. He must have some issues with oysters.
And then, oh no. Oh, Robin's here. Hey, Robin. Yeah, I'm not sure about oh, and here's Zane. Sorry, I'm obviously very ADD. Just like in the middle of saying, like in the middle of a sentence, I'm just like, oh, oh, and now this person's here.
Yeah, it's all very spontaneous and fun. It's not like planned or anything at all. I don't even think we have a topic.
No, no topic, no nothing. Literally nothing.
The first time I heard your name, I actually thought that it was a regionalism for someone who has Down syndrome.
Oh,
Now, okay, I'm going to explain that.
I've never heard that.
I know that an older term for a person who had Down syndrome was a moon calf. I'm not entirely sure why, but I just thought that moon baby was sort of like some sort of riff on that maybe the South did that I wasn't aware of. But I looked it up and it is not.
Hmm.
Daniel could buy one of them. All he has to do is Google the term witch ball or spirit ball. I don't know. I know that a lot of different glass blowers make them.
Um,
Tom Benjamin referred to you as Baby Moon.
I think he might have. He just did my tag.
That was so cool.
Uh,
Um,
you have a request.
Sarah wants me to do a couple card comparisons with the 1909 and the A.G. Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
I could. Do you want me to go grab a few decks?
Yeah.
Are there any other comparisons that I should do while I go run upstairs and grab some decks?
I don't know. I don't know. Any. Grab your favorites.
Grab my favorites? Well, we'll see.
Okay, so I guess in the meantime, I'll say hello to some people that just walked in. I guess you didn't really walk in, you just kind of like floated in online, no legs. Patrice, Kay, long hair, skinny eye toe. I feel like I've missed someone. Neem is here. I think I got everybody. Oh, we have another request while you were out
Oh,
for
okay.
Pam's Original and Pam's Delight.
Robin, I'm going to decline that because I have a video on that coming out next week.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You heard it here first. A little sneak preview.
True enough. Bring all of them? I can't possibly do that. There's so many. And they're all upstairs.
Hello, Entropy Apothecary.
This 1909 has the worst box known to man.
Oh, Neem. Where'd the aquarium come from? Neem gave me a new nickname, but I don't know where the aquarium came from.
Blushing Aquarian Moon Baby? I like that.
Oh, and also, extra little sass coming your way. She says, less than 100 decks, right?
Yes, it is less than 100 decks.
Okay, all right.
If you don't count the ones I have multiple copies of.
Oh, well, if that's the case, me too.
It's bad. It's very bad.
Oh.
No, Robin, I'm not a glass blower. I just have a lot of these things.
I feel it's good, though.
Why not? Let's see. Oh, shoot. Did I lose my Fool?
Oh, I did. You're right, Neem. I do collect all the editions of the aquarium. And I have bullied Melissa into
I didn't hear any of that, Brant.
Oh, was I frozen?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well, that's shitty. Well, I was saying, yes, I do collect the aquarium, and I have bullied you into also collecting the aquarium.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go full Pokemon on the aquarium. But I can see myself getting, some of the older ones if they ever pop up.
Okay. Soon you'll have them all.
Yeah, that's probably true. I want the Morgans. That's what I want. I've always liked Morgan Greer, and I could definitely do a lot of those. All right, so we've got 1909.
Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh, nope. How do I make it just you?
I don't know.
There you go.
All right. So, okay, everything's flipped, and this is not going to do good with my dyslexia and ring light.
Oh, that card looks so shiny.
It does, but I think it's just ring light stuff. Oh my god, this is not good at all with my dyslexia.
I don't know how to unflip it.
Don't worry about it. I can sort it out. So this is so bad. This one is the 1909. This one is the AGM. What even the hell is this thing? The Terravate Weight. The Terravate Weight 1909. And you can't see either of them because it's glary as all get out. Oh my god, they look perfectly identical when I hold them up on this thing, but they are absolutely not. Not even close. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be pretty good on this camera. Shit. Sorry.
Please don't be.
I know, right? They look identical when I'm on this, but I can swear that they are not in real life. The Terravate EM1, the blacks are very, very, very black, and the yellows are very, very, very yellow. That kind of weird fluorescent thing. The 1909 has way more texture. Honestly, the color balance is great on the 1909. This looks like the Terra V looks like they just bumped up the saturation a ton. Maybe lowered the contrast a little. I don't know. I'll make a video. I promise, Sarah. Like these, just it doesn't come out terribly well on the live camera. Is Brant still here?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm back.
The font is different in Essence 818.
That would be fun if I just like let myself out of the stream and just that was it. Just never came back.
I don't know what I'd do. I'm not gonna lie. The 1909 is a lot mellower. I guess you guys can see them okay on your screen, but for me, they looked identical on my thing. Thank you. I like the A for effort. I tried. Robin wants to know how you feel about the quality comparison between the yellow box blushing fool and the blue box blushing fool.
So I think it depends on the blue box and the yellow box because obviously there were different print runs. And so like even the non-copyright yellow boxes, you can kind of feel a little bit of difference sometimes. And I think that in the case where someone likes their yellow box better than the blue box or vice versa, I think it's that maybe those particular cards were just from a different run. So I think it's kind of like a, not 50-50 probably, but you know, there's a chance that you could get the perfectly papery, no lamination, and then there's a chance you could get the one that's like slightly waxier, not laminated still, but like, you know, it has that, you have enough yellow boxes, you know what I mean. It has that feeling.
That feeling, yeah. What I've been able to ascertain is that the older ones are a little thicker and maybe slightly paperier. I know my first edition yellow box and this early Wiser I have that we'll talk about at some future date. They're both really, really thick, really snappy. I did have a blue box blushing fool that was also that thick, snappy cardstock. But once you get to like Little White Book 4-ish in the university books, in the US Games yellow box runs, they become just like they are for the rest of the copyright free ones as far as paper cardstock quality goes.
Neem, I'm not overly bothered by the copyright. I don't mind the early copyright that's just 1972 US Games, like it's really small. I don't really like the one that takes up like a quarter of the card and it's like 1971 and also 2019 US Game Systems Inc. Like I just think it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. I honestly never even noticed the copyright on the regular writer cards until someone made a big deal about, oh, copyright free. I'm like, what do you mean? None of them are copyrights on the front. And then I looked, I'm like, oh, oops. So.
Oh yeah.
That was actually pretty recent. I think I just noticed that like 3 years ago. Been looking at these cards most of my life, never noticed the copyright.
Priorities, I guess.
Right.
Melissa, priorities.
I mean, you know, the original one, it's really unobtrusive. But now it's obviously longer. You can see it a little bit more. And then people are just printing them larger.
Yeah. And because I don't read reversals, I think I would rather if it was just on the back of the card because it wouldn't bother me as much. But I mean, honestly, I really don't care. I don't want the big giant one. But
and honestly, that copyright does not keep people from pirating it.
No, definitely not.
It takes 2 seconds of Photoshop to remove.
I feel like the chat is so quiet now.
It is. We shut everybody up. Oh, I remember that time where Elle was on that Terra Times and everybody left and Elle was like, ah! It was very adorable.
Oh yeah, that might have been like the first one.
I think so, like first or second.
And she's not even here, even though she's in bed.
L.
Not even here to tell you.
I can't even see who's here and who isn't.
Oh, she hasn't said anything in a little bit, so I just assumed. Oh, Elsa, she's listening. Okay.
Where did you even see that comment?
Oh, I have the actual YouTube
That
on
was
my
smart.
phone
I should do that.
because there's a 20-second delay, so you see the comments quicker
Oh, if you're on the actual thing,
if you're on the actual. Yeah.
that makes sense. Waterchild Tarot says, any updates on our vintage tarot scanning project?
Always.
Always.
The update is always.
Mm-hmm. I know that on my part, when I'm a teacher, and when school restarted here for me in August, I had zero free time very, very fast. And then now I have even less free time because I took on 2 more jobs in addition to my job teaching because I'm an idiot. Um, so I know my current like big project is I'm trying to like restore the Dolorance deck, and that has kind of bottlenecked a little bit. So I guess we're getting things done, but
Stuff's happening. We're
stuff's
playing around with colors and things lately.
yeah,
Um,
playing around with different colors of Dolorance and that type of thing.
yeah.
Is Brant the only one who loves borders? I think borders, no borders, depends on the artwork. Are you the only one who loves borders?
I don't. It feels like that sometimes.
It really does. Like, I know that I like borderless decks, and I've chopped off borders on some of my decks, but those have just been like either where I'm.
Nice.
I know.
Nice.
I know. The borders that I've removed have either been borders that deeply annoyed me for some reason, or because I wanted to experiment and see how I liked a certain deck without borders. Like Robin Wood, I chopped the borders off that and love it. It's adorable. It's so tiny and wee now too. Um, Yolanda Tarot, that would be a great candidate, I think, for taking the borders off. It's got massive purple borders. They're ugly as sin. You're unconvinced.
Maybe just trim them down. What if you keep the borders but just trim the purple border down a little?
Now, I thought of that, but the way the Yolanda Tarot is, they've got some text really close to the art on one side. So unless you like literally took the entire border off, you'd get some of those words and it would just look weird.
I agree with Sarah. I don't like a border on the back of the card.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
That's weird. That just seems like unnecessary.
Mm-hmm. Like the Aquarians, the new Aquarians with the white border around.
Yeah, why? That's why I'm not in a rush to get it.
Yeah, it's not great.
Neem, that's a great idea. Don't just go hacking up your deck, Melissa. You didn't need to do that to see. You could have done this.
Well, I mean, I've only done it to experimentally to the Robin Wood, and it's not like I didn't have extra copies out lying around. I did take the borders off of my next world, but that was because the cards are literally enormous. And when you take the borders off, you can actually hold them.
Okay. You could have kept the borders and just been patient and then got the mini one when it came out.
I like the mini one a lot, but it's too small for the art. That is very intricate art. And when you make it very tiny, all of a sudden your eyes just hurt.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that. Well,
I keep going to pull up the chat on my phone and I get distracted. by all the stuff on my phone.
I mean, so far it looks like we missed that Robin is occupying L at the moment.
Like Occupy Wall Street? Are we
Yeah.
doing like little hand signs?
Yes.
Man, Occupy Wall Street was a good time.
I don't know what it is.
No. Like, you know, you were that young.
I'm not saying I'm young. I'm just saying I don't know what it is. Do I need to just Google it? I'll just Google it.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Back a few years ago, there was an economic downturn, blah, 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 blah. A bunch of hippies went and just sat in Wall Street and said, you know, we're just going to keep sitting here forever until you do something about how terrible life is. And then very quickly, they started doing this like little like mini society, and they started using cooperative facilitation techniques, which include a lot of little hand signs, like instead of just raising your hand, if you want to.
Oh, this was 2011?
Huh?
This was in 2011?
Yeah.
I had just turned 21. I wasn't concerned with Wall Street.
You should have been.
You're right. I definitely should have been.
Didn't they spray paint the bull on Wall Street? I think they did. I think that had to get removed because, you know, it is a bronze thing and whatnot. But after Occupy Wall Street kind of wrapped up, they created another bronze sculpture, this one of a little girl, and they put it directly opposite the bull on Wall Street. So now it looks like the little girl is just like waiting for that bull to charge down at her. It's pretty powerful, actually. The police were very much aggravated with the Occupy Wall Street sit-ins. One of my friends actually went to the Occupy Wall Street sit-ins and ended up on the Colbert Show.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Looks like Robin wants a food chat from Brant. What's cooking?
Well, I'm cooking for my little family. Well, I mean, I was before this, and I'll probably be doing it a little after this, but this week they're having spaghetti tomorrow with corn on the cob, and later in the week they're having salmon with Brussels sprouts.
They couldn't make spaghetti? Not to judge them.
This is the menu for the month.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to list the whole thing, but I cook for them 2 to 3 times a week. Here are a few of the things that they've had. They've had a flank steak salad with chimichurri, brown rice, and beets.
Now that one sounded delicious.
That's like, they could eat beets, it seems like, with every meal and would be totally fine. Hamburger steaks with macaroni and cheese. A very easy thing that someone could make. Barbecue chicken sandwiches, fish tacos, prosciutto and fig pizzas, lamb meatballs, like little quinoa bowls. They really liked that.
I'm still stuck on like paying someone to make me spaghetti. Like that is the thing that I make for myself when I don't want to cook.
Maybe they just like mine.
Very cool.
I don't know.
Robin's on the chicken and biscuits.
Oh no, not the chicken biscuits. A New Orleans fave that you could get controversial about. How about oysters, charbroiled oysters? That's a very New Orleans thing. I mean, I'm sure they do them other places, but
yeah, they were super common when I lived in the Olympic Peninsula.
In the who?
Seattle.
Oh.
Because
okay, well,
a lot of oyster fisheries are right there, so you just go get oysters and chuck them on a grill up over a fire.
Oh no, you can't only do that. You have to put stuff in them.
Garlic, lemon, whatever.
Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, that too. You just
Okay.
tip them down.
All right. Um.
Robin wants to know what Josh's favorite dish is.
Oh my God, Josh drives me nuts with the goddamn salmon. If it were up to him, we would eat salmon 7 days a week, twice a day, and he wouldn't even ever have anything else. Salmon and broccoli. He's a very boring.
Honestly, I would eat salmon and broccoli just about every day.
No,
Yeah.
Melissa, you're better than that. Think of your tuna special. How can you go? How can you go from that to just salmon and broccoli?
Because salmon is delicious.
He does like it blackened sometimes. He really likes there's a seasoning brand that's on like the Hispanic food aisle. I can't think of the name of it now. And I don't know if it's just like a regional thing or if they have it everywhere, but it's a fajita seasoning. And he loves that on everything. Salmon, broccoli, apples, and popcorn. That is Josh's entire food life.
My favorite way to do salmon is to marinate it in maple syrup for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes before you cook it. It's really flame.
Wait, do what with it?
Marinated maple syrup. Like real maple syrup.
Salmon?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I thought it was weird too, but my mom's done it that way, I don't know, for years. And it's really delicious. You don't like you throw away most of the maple syrup afterwards, so it's not like you're like making a bath of it, just like a couple teaspoons in a bag or something like that. And it just like soaks in and it just gives it this really like sweet little, it's great.
That sounds good. Soy and chili.
The chili would be a great too with that.
And Neem wants to know if you bake it or grill it.
Um, my mom's salmon, she does both actually. She'll throw it on the grill if it's warm out, and if it's like cold and you don't want to go outside in the rain and grossness here in Indiana, just chuck it under the broiler in the oven, I guess.
Um, oh, my favorite meal.
I do cringe at that hobo's Thanksgiving, Robin. That is A plus dinner. You lost me at the can of peas. I can't do canned peas.
Oh no, and baked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you fully lost me. I can't do anything tuna hot like that. Not out of a can.
Mm-hmm.
Like a tuna melt makes me want to cry. I can't imagine. I don't like it.
Yeah.
My favorite meal is fried chicken. Sorry to be like very boring, but
No, it's fantastic. I've got a recipe for a honey butter, and that on fried chicken is literally going to be my last meal when I murder someone.
send me the recipe. Maybe that'll be my next cooking live. I'll make, I'll make your special I'm about to die chicken.
Last meal on death row.
What? Oh no. Sarah says that Robin's thing is a Midwest casserole special. Other people do that? Canned peas with the tuna and the cheese?
I have lived nearly my entire life in the Midwest. I have never heard about that.
I'm not sold on the casserole thing. Josh loves a casserole. His family loves a casserole. I not my favorite. I do like peas.
Now, Josh is from up around where I live ish, right?
He's from Austin,
Texas? Oh, that's right.
right outside Austin.
Why did he go to university in Indiana?
Because I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, he went to university there for a while, and then he transferred down here and actually graduated from LSU. That's how we met.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I like the comments that, when I kill someone, not if.
Oh, but we'll never know.
That's very true.
You definitely will get away with it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
College composition, and one of the essays that I do is process essays, and I call it the "How to Hide a Dead Body" essay because that's one of their writing prompts, and nearly everybody does it. So over the last 5 years, I've learned hundreds of ways to hide dead bodies.
Even without that, I don't think you would have got caught. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna need to delete this live later after you tell me that you killed someone.
Okay, I'll accept that.
I don't love seafood. That was random, but I was just reading comments and thought I'd add that in. A little interjection. Seafood is not my first choice usually.
Mm-hmm. Tarot Took and Witchery has got the best way to hide a dead body, the hungry pigs. They will digest everything except for metal.
Oh, I thought he was just calling us all hungry pigs because we were talking about food so much.
You got to read down a little bit. Then he says, best way to get rid of the body.
I know, I see.
Jen's Balanced Tarot will help me hide the body. Awesome.
Oh, I can see that too.
Totally.
Oh, and Zane, don't pretend like you wouldn't. You might not have said it out loud, but you definitely would have, like, side texted it to someone or at least thought it. See, and Robin thought that he was just calling us all hungry pigs too. It wasn't just me.
Oops.
Eel? I don't know about eel.
I like eel, but I thought that was a typo.
Well, it's eel in parentheses.
We call tuna as eel.
Where are you in the world?
New Zealand.
Oh. Well, what do you call eel in New Zealand? If not eel.
I don't know. The Cottage Crossing will have to tell us that.
New Zealand, I would love to visit New Zealand. They're like really far ahead of us, aren't they? Further than Australia, maybe? Like in time?
Oh, in time. Yeah, it's tomorrow there, I think.
Yeah, because Australia, I think, is 14 hours.
I think they are like when the ball drops in at New Year's, they're one of the first people to do it, so. Tuna is Maori for eel. Oh.
Hmm.
I know that.
Okay. Well.
Are there any eels in North America?
Hold on, I'll Google it.
Oh, there we go.
Because we don't have anything planned anyway.
More hurricanes? I don't know. What are we on now? Zeta, Eta, Theta?
I think it's over now. Oh, yes. We do have our own eel.
We do.
It's called the American eel.
Of course it would be.
Um, and I believe that the scientific name is Anguilla rostrata.
Well,
It's
that's great.
uh, it's found on the eastern coast of North America. It's a freshwater eel.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Marie Carroll has said her professor used to go out at night to see the eels in the river by using a flashlight. And I've heard stories of that. I thought that they were totally fake. I used to live across from a river and I didn't realize that we didn't have exactly tons of eels here in the United States. So I actually went out and tried to see eels with a flashlight, and that didn't go over terribly well for me.
We live. Well, I live on the Mississippi River, and you could shine the world's brightest flashlight, and you won't be able to see through that. It's just brown. I have had alligator. It's not my favorite. It's very oily. It's
A little
like,
spongy.
yeah, there's just something about eating a lizard. I'm just like not interested in that.
Jellied eel.
Oh, I'll pass on that. I don't want that. Jellied eel. What do you eat that on? Like a jellied eel sandwich?
Ooh.
Is it sweet?
No, no, it wouldn't be. This is probably gelatin.
That's even worse.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Like a eel aspic?
Oh, that does not sound good at all.
No.
Aspics are one phase of culinary history that I'm glad just kind of like went away.
Damn. Apparently, eels can get so big that a college swimmer that was in the river wherever Maria's at got a huge bite and had to be saved by firefighters.
Damn. Lizards and chickens. Yeah, reptiles and birds are actually part of the same family.
No. No. Don't propagate that. They don't taste anything alike.
They taste
And
like
I can't stand it when people are like, oh, it just tastes like chicken. Everything tastes like chicken always. And you know what the funniest part about it is? The shit never tastes like chicken. It's always a lie.
But avis is a subclave of reptilia, so they are related.
Of course, you know.
Of course, I know. That's my biology degree talking.
We should have started with that. Ultimately, Melissa does know almost everything.
Or I pretend to.
No, I've never eaten a frog. I'm not doing that either.
Oh, I've had frog a lot. They're good.
A lot?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So living next to a river, there were lots of bullfrogs, and you could set out a little trap, and it was a thing. We did that in our blue crayfish. Brant's rolling his eyes because
Please explain to them about your idea of, I would call it a crawfish boil, you would call it a crayfish boil, and let's talk about how your crawfish are all blue, apparently, and I have never seen a blue one.
yeah, Brant and I were talking about crawfish, crayfish at one point in time, and he was just shocked that I knew what a crawfish boil was. And it's something that I did actually fairly frequently growing up, and my brothers will still do it when they get bored. They go out and get drunk and pick up a bunch of crayfish. But the crayfish here in Indiana, Pennsylvania, like this swath of the United States, apparently look blue, and down in Louisiana they're red.
Very red. And we don't, like, the amount of crawfish that we boil, you couldn't, I mean, it would take you forever to go out and hunt them down and find them all individually. Like, it just would never happen. So the idea that y'all like went and just like collected them, like, I mean, people eat them when you order them like at a restaurant or something. People eat them by the pound here.
I mean, like we could set up a trap if we wanted to, but it's more fun to like go wade and like flip over rocks and hurry up and dart and pick them right out of the water. It's a skill.
It is a skill, but like,
You spend all day doing it.
so is noodling. Do you really want to?
I mean, it's a good way to like stay cool on a hot summer day.
Staying inside is a good way to stay cool on a hot summer day. Yeah, I've never seen a blue crawfish until you sent me a picture.
Mm-hmm. I've had ostrich too. It's pretty good.
No. Why? When? Wow.
Sorry, I was just reading Essence 818's thing. For example, here in Eam, taste this ostrich. Nope. Like you can get ostrich steak, emu steak too.
Where?
Here. You order it from the butcher.
What butcher?
Like,
We don't know. That is nothing here. I've never heard. If I went to someone's house for a dinner party and they said, "Oh, I got ostrich steak," I would say, "Get fucked. I'm not coming."
It's very good.
Kangaroo?
I have not had kangaroo.
Not the kangaroo.
I very much want to try kangaroo at some point in time.
Oh no. Zane says at Fuddruckers you can get a kangaroo burger or an ostrich burger. Ostrich burger.
Mm-hmm.
An ostrich drumstick? No. I don't understand. Who decided that you should eat it? Like, where were you in the world where you couldn't just find a chicken or a turkey or any other readily available bird? Like,
For me, I was just at the local grocery and one of the like higher end ones, and saw it and we're like, hey, let's try ostrich tonight. Just as
okay, fair enough. I didn't think about that, but Sarah's right. You could be in Africa or another part. How depressing. And that my thought was that of course there are chickens available when clearly there are not always chickens available.
France does eat horse meat steak.
I don't know how I feel about that either. I guess I'm not like a gamey meat kind of person.
I'm not really either. Like whenever a local person around here shoots a deer or something and shares out the venison, I'll happily do that. Um, Elk is also pretty big for whatever reason.
Elk?
Mhm.
Okay.
There are a few people out around here who raise elk, actually. So
For that?
bison too.
Buffaloes?
Yeah, fluffabos.
I don't know about a buffalo. I don't know about it. And no, I'm not, Robin, I'm absolutely not eating a bug. If I'm not going to eat the horse or the ostrich, I'm certainly not eating a bug.
I did. We had chocolate covered grasshoppers once, and when the cricket flour first came out, we got a bag of that and experimented with making things with the cricket flour.
Cricket flour?
Yep, they grind up the crickets. It's a lot of protein.
You have definitely had some adventurous things considering you just said you are not that into gamey things.
Well, I mean, it's not like I sit there and eat like cricket chocolate chip cookies on the reg, but
That sounds horrific. What did it taste like?
it doesn't taste terrible. More like whole wheat flour than anything else.
Oh, Robin, believe it. Believe it. She is definitely more adventurous in not just in the gamey department. You have great recipes and you are adventurous.
Mm.
I'm very into like comfort, basic, easy, delicious, familiar things. And you seem like you're ready to try lots of things.
I will try anything once. That is true.
Oh, I'm not. I don't know if I can go there.
I mean, most of the food isn't poisonous. It's just different.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna die if I eat it. I just don't know if I want to eat it.
Well, how do you know if you want it if you've never tried it? I feel like I just
Mm,
like talk to a 5-year-old bear. I'm sorry.
no, no, that was fair. I don't know. I guess there are just things that I'm just like, I don't think I need to. It's like a beer is an acquired taste, but like I don't want to acquire it.
Yeah. Goat tacos sound fantastic. What was that? Barbacoa?
I do like barbacoa.
Mhm. My goal in life is to get a property big enough to raise goats on.
I would love a goat. I also would like bees.
Yes!
Yeah,
I'm allergic to bees very badly, but I still want them.
well, you have the goats, I'll have the bees. You can make the goat cheese, I'll make the honey, and we can switch.
Okay, we'll trade. It'll be great. Did you barbacoa with the pork at your place? Oh, that's interesting. Peanut butter sandwiches with potato chips and pickles. Robin, like, I might be an adventurous eater.
Oh, that I was about to say that sounds like a Tuesday night for Melissa.
No. So Brand is like being a little bit persnickety here because I forgot to cook myself dinner last night, and I ended up making this tuna salad with whatever was in my fridge.
Go ahead, list it off. Tell them the things you put in that tuna salad.
I minced up some horseradish pickles, and I put that in there. And I don't even want to admit to it. I threw in some Asiago cheese. What else did I put in this thing?
Curry,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
curry, garlic powder, onion, actually shallot, but whatever, same thing. Um, egg. I put in some egg. I did not put in raisins in the tuna salad. But I literally did this because I was just mad that I hadn't like pre-planned my dinner and been an adult. So I was like, this is gonna punish me. And then it ended up being really tasty.
Maybe.
I thought it was delicious. Oh, dill. There was a lot of dill in there. I threw in a bunch of dill because I hate dill. I've got this like pint jar full of dill that I've had for a year and I've not even touched the damn thing. I hate dill.
Dried dill?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I
If you
hate
don't
dill.
like it.
Huh?
If you don't like it, why acquire that many? That many?
It was like $1 and it's not like I could get a smaller size. So there's
All
that.
right. Fair enough.
And I use it, just not a lot.
I do like dill sometimes, but I don't like it in everything.
Mhm.
You should make pickles with it.
No, you gotta use like fresh dill heads for that. I've done it before. It's more of a
Well,
dill seed than a dill weed.
I got nothing then. I don't know what else to do with it. I guess you can make tzatziki.
Yeah, it's actually why I got it in the first place because I actually do like the dill and tzatziki. What is a candied perkin? Gherkin. What's a candied gherkin?
I think it's just a sweet gherkin, like a sweet pickle. You don't like a sweet pickle?
I like them vinegary and strong. I make this one pickle where I flavor it with lapsang souchong tea, so it's got this little smoky bit to it. It's really quite good. Yes, I do make homemade ranch with the dill. That one's pretty good. Tarragon too.
I do love a bread and butter pickle.
Every time I've gone to eat bread and butter pickles, I expect a dill pickle, and I am very disappointed.
But why? They don't really look the same. They have all those extra little seeds and everything.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Oh, apparently Snooky from Jersey Shore would drink pickle juice by the jar.
Well, good for her. Pickle juice is my mom's secret ingredient for her hamburgers.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
whenever she's mixing up the ground beef for hamburger, putting salt, pepper, that type of thing in there, she puts, I don't know, a splash or two of pickle juice and mixes it all up. It's really good.
You can tell?
No, it's one of those things where like if you were just eating the hamburger, you wouldn't be like, oh, this tastes of pickle. But it just does something to the meat. I guess it like tenderizes it or something and kind of just seasons it. It's really good.
Oh, Sarah says, for you, Melissa, go ahead and add it in. A teaspoon of pickle juice is the secret to good tuna salad. So
I will take them under advisement.
add that to your recipe.
Add that to my recipe of hell.
Yeah.
I still have some of that tuna salad left. I'll probably have it for lunch tomorrow.
I'll think of you while I have something else.
I did not think that I was going to be admitting to that, atrocity on a live tonight, but I'm glad we did. Soy sauce, a splash of Worcestershire?
I just say Liam Perrins because that's the brand.
I used to know how to say that word.
Worcestershire?
Worcestershire?
Yeah, you nailed it. You got it.
Fresh garlic and ground beef for the burgers. Yep.
God, now I want a burger.
I've seen Terror Token Witchery so often that I kind of want to smoke. And I have not done that in years.
Pick up a new hobby. Why not?
The only place I even know where to get it is from my students, and that's just going to get me fired.
You sure that's the only place?
Oh, I could just go across the street. I forget about my neighbors.
I was like, just follow the smoke.
Oh, it's bad. It's real bad.
Too meaty. All right, well, we've been on for an hour.
I can't believe that. Crazy town.
It did go fast. I guess we probably should wrap up so that I can cook dinner and you can
pretend to be productive.
Yes. But like, you don't really have to.
I guess I do. I loved seeing everyone here as well, Robin.
Yeah, this was fun. I mean, totally random and not, we literally planned nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
So next time we'll have a game plan maybe.
Yep. We should probably come up with like a list of talking points or something.
Yeah. I mean, not that this wasn't fun, but you know.
Great. But kind of got a little afield there with eels and kangaroos and
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess thanks everybody for being here, and go to Melissa's channel and subscribe to see all of her amazing comparisons of RWS, and know that she does like other decks besides RWS too.
I do. I do.
But the RWS is always going to be favorite.
Of course.
All right, well, see y'all soon.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, I'm going to hit end broadcast.